Right, Barclays Premier League, Manchester Derby this weekend. Man City coming out tops there. Manchester United, worst start I think it's since 1986. I read, but Louis van Gaal still seems very upbeat about his side.
Yeah, I don't see him coming out and trashing his players. You know, it was a good game. Either side could have won, but mainly because the referee kept United in it by not handing out too early penalties in the first half. The commentators were a bit critical on Marcos Arroyo's tackle. That should have been a penalty in my books, but it should never have been a red card. So a lot of pundits saying that United should have been down to 9 men. But yeah, City failed to put the game away, put it to bed, and United came back a couple of decent chances. As you say, Van Gaal just keeps saying, "Oh, we're almost there," but they're almost out of the title race, and it's only 10 games in. So big trouble in Manchester.
And then just weigh in on a couple of the other results. A win for Spurs, which obviously was quite a relief for them, turning the corner there. Newcastle, another win for them. And Southampton just continue to march on. So, and Arsenal, of course, a good win for them.
So Arsenal, I mean, let's start with them. They powered home. They played Burnley. Burnley are pretty awful at the moment. No, they can't score goals and they can't stop conceding goals. Alexis Sanchez was phenomenal for Arsenal, turning out to be a great Premier League player, because it's not that easy to go from La Liga to the Premier League, and he did really well. Newcastle won, but more importantly, they beat Liverpool, and Liverpool are awful at the moment. They look rudderless. They don't know where they're going. You don't know what tactics they're using, what formation. They've got Mario Balotelli up front, and he just sort of wanders around looking all grumpy and doing his why always me sort of face, but without the goals. So Liverpool are in as much trouble as Man United are in at the moment in terms of trying to get up into the top 4 and to keep touch with qualification for next year's Champions League. You know, Liverpool fans making a big noise about being in Champions League this year. They're in trouble in the Champions League, and they're in trouble in the league early on. Southampton, great result for them. Came by a bit of a flick goal. The keeper comes out, clears it straight to their midfielder, Wanyama, and he just hacks it in from 45 yards out. But that the result is all that matters there. So an otherwise pretty unsurprising weekend. You know, City were favourites to win, so were Chelsea, so were Arsenal. Maybe the shock result was Newcastle edging Liverpool.
I mean, do Newcastle look set to could continue this recent run of form?
Yeah, so a lot of Newcastle fans wouldn't want that question asked, because they
jinx us.
They don't jinx the winning formula. Just carry on doing what you've been doing. Pardew is now looking like the manager that was handed that infamous 7-year deal. They're playing in a great fashion. They've got good formation. They've got solid players. Their new striker Ayoze, he recently came out and said both Barcelona and Real Madrid wanted him, but he chose Newcastle, which raised a few eyebrows. But he's scoring goals, and they're playing good football. Newcastle climbing the table after a slow start. But yeah, it looks good for those that support the black and white Toon Army.
Southampton side with not necessarily any huge name players, versus a Man United, Liverpool, who are really struggling. I mean, you see the same sort of thing happen in rugby, where a team that doesn't necessarily have the biggest name players, but they just are a more galvanised side. Do you think that's the case with them as well? Without coach disruptions and without sort of back change room politics, etc.
Yeah, the pre-season of Southampton was marred. They lost their coach and they lost a lot of their top players. But maybe they brought in Ronald Koeman, good manager, tons of experience, and then they signed some pretty decent players.
Okay.
So, but it does seem that they're playing for each other, they're playing for the team, and they are saying, hey, we're the little guys, but look at us go. They're currently second on the log, and they're the only team that looks capable of keeping in touch with Chelsea at the moment. Yeah, so as a Southampton, I follow their games. They're a good team to watch. They've been scoring tons of goals, and I think they need to keep going, not get carried away at this moment. It's early days still. You lose a couple on the trot and people start wanting the coach's head. So keep it a little bit calm and carry on going.